thanks for joining me again today. It's Funfold Friday, and this is Volume 2. I hope you had a chance to view Volume 1, and I hope you've given that a try. I thought it was a really quick and easy card to make, and you don't need that much cardstock or paper, designer series paper to make it. So in this volume, we're going to be making a gatefold card, and it will have a belly band. The belly band is there so it holds the card closed nicely. So let's get the camera turned down and we'll get started. So here's a pretty card that I made. It has this belly band on it which slides up and down, and you can take it off and then you open it, and this is where you would write your message. You also have options to add designer series paper on these two sides, but I opted not to. I thought it was just a little overkill. But you can do that if you'd like. I do have designer series paper on the outside here and on this flap that you could see once it's closed. All right, so let's get down to doing the measurements here. I have my paper trimmer, which I love. And I have, it's actually a scrap piece. It's not even cut correctly yet, I don't believe. We'll see soon though. So I need this to be 5.5 inches. And this is a little bit different than what our normal cardstock size is. Card base, I'm sorry. Usually you'll do like 4 1/4, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. For this one, it's going to be 5.5 inches by 11 inches. And then we're going to do 4 different scores. So you'll want to save this piece here so we can use for the belly band. I've already cut one down, which is about 1 inch by, I believe it's 9.5 inches. But we'll be trimming that anyway. Okay, let's open up the arm here. I believe this is 11 inches long, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's try. Yes, it is. It's 11 inches. Okay, so we want to get this cutting blade out of the way, and then we're going to start to score here. So let's bring the arm down. Our first score is going to be at 1 1/4 inch. Bring that to 1 1/4, and we'll score. And then we're going to move this over to 3 3/8. 3 3/8. So we have 1 1/4, 3 3/8. Next is 7 5/8. And this, once it's folded, will fit nicely into an A2 size envelope. And lastly, 9 3/4. And you'll definitely want to use a bone folder for this so that you can give these score lines a good crease. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if my scoring blade isn't in here correctly, but it doesn't look like it's scored my first line here. So let's do this again. 1 1/4. I don't know if the blade dulls, maybe. Maybe I've been using it too much. 3 3/8. Seven 5/8. And 9 3/4. All right, I think they're scored now. Put this away for just a second. And what you'll want to do is fold one outward, one inward, mountain and valleys. Oops, wrong way. In and out. Like so. Then take your bone folder and you want to run it right down the side. Good, like that. And do the same thing with this piece here. this piece as well. And so far we have our gatefold. All right, let's cut our layers now. So I'm just using Retired Designer Series paper. This was actually a paper pack that, so I have to be honest with you. I guess I'm a paper hoarder because I didn't really use much of this paper because I thought it was so pretty, so I didn't want to use it up. So now you know. Let's put this aside here. So I need this to be 5 3/8 inches long. And then we'll cut it the other way. And then I need 2 pieces at 1 7/8 of an inch. So each piece is 1 7/8 of an inch by 5 3/8. And the second piece. That's a scrap. So we have our first pieces for the outside here. And there'll be a small border. And then the other one is 1 1/8 inch by 5 3/8 inches. So we'll cut this down to 5 3/8. And a piece of scrap there. And 1 1/8 of an inch. And the second piece, 1 1/8 inch by 5 3/8 inches. All right, so we have some scraps. And we'll be using the other side for this. Well, we'll decide. We'll decide. It doesn't really matter, actually. All right, so let's just adhere these pieces down. As you can see, it was very easy, just a couple of scores, 4 different score marks, and then just cutting your layers, and your card comes together very quickly. And as I mentioned in my first video, what I've been doing is I'll make these templates and then I just keep them in a box, and when I want a fun fold, I just pull it out and I've got another card to make with all the measurements on it. So it makes it very easy. And I keep a little note inside telling me all the layers and the sizes of the piece, the layer pieces, and also the card base. Have all the sizes in there. So once I'm done gluing this down, I'll grab a pencil and write that. Now, if you'd like to screenshot it, you most certainly can. So, like that. All right, now we've got our belly band, and let's see, what is this? This measures 9.5 inches by, and I think it's 1 inch. So 1 inch by 9.5 inches. And basically what you would do with the belly band is just wrap it around. And you don't want to do it too tight because you'll want to have it slide up and be able to have it slide up and down. And then fold the other side over. Like I said, don't make it too tight so you can slide it up and down. Make sure it goes up and down before you glue it. Looks like it does. All right, so we're going to add some glue. And I want to show you a little trick here for the glue. What I like to do is I'll open it up and I'll put just a line on the inside, and then let's turn this around. Since I'm right-handed, it's much easier. And then on the edge of the other piece, put another little strip here. And then you can close them together. And you're assured that you don't get glue on the parts that you don't want. Just hold that down for a second. I'll close this up. And then you just slide the belly band on. Of course, you would decorate it just like so. All right, so let's write these measurements in here. So if you want to take a screenshot of it, you can. And then you would use a white cardstock for the inside here, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So once this is folded, it does fit into an A2 size envelope. It folds down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it would fit perfectly. All right, so our card base was 5 1/2 inches by 11 inches, and then you're going to score it at 1 1/4, 3 3/8, 7 5/8, and 9 3/4. And then you have your layers. You have 1 7/8 by 5 3/8, and you need 2 pieces of those. And then the other pieces are 1 1/8 by 5 3/8. Again, you need 2 pieces of those. Your inside basic white will measure 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then you have your belly band, which is 1 inch by 9 1/2. All right, let me zoom in for you so you can take a screenshot if you want. Leave that up for a second. All right, so there you go. Easy peasy, you decorate it and it's done. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And hit that notification bell so that you are notified when the videos upload. So as you know, if you're a current subscriber of mine, let me zoom this back out so we can see the pretty cards. So if you're a current subscriber of mine, you know that I upload my videos on Tuesdays, and now with this fun fold, I will be uploading on Fridays as well. So I have 2 days going on. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, guys, have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.